We want to learn about solving equations by using the zero product rule. Let me explain what the zero product rule is. We already know that whatever the number we multiply to zero, the consequence will become zero. So when we multiply two numbers and the result is zero, then we can safely assume that either A or B or both are zero. That's a product rule. That's very useful when we solve the equation. In the first problem, we have 2 plus V times 2V plus 5. And that equals 0. That means we multiplied two numbers that we don't know what those are and became 0. Then because of the zero product rule, we can assume that 2 plus V equals 0 or 2V plus 5 equals 0. Let's solve the equation. 2 plus V equals 0. If we subtract 2 on both sides, then we get V equals minus 2. Let's solve the equation 2V plus 5 equals 0. To do that, we subtract 5 on both sides. Then we have 2V equals minus 5. Then we divide by 2 on both sides. Then V equals minus 5 over 2. If V equals negative 2, then it'll make the first factor 0. If V equals minus 5 over 2, then it'll make the second factor 0. So if V is either negative 2 or negative 5 over 2, then when we multiply together, we will get 0. The next problem is 5W squared equals minus 20W. What I want to say first is you may be tempted to divide by W because W appears on the left side and right side. You should not do that because W is an unknown number. W may be 0. If that is 0, then 1 over 0 is undefined. So we don't do it. We can divide by the actual number, but we don't divide by a variable. To solve the problem, let's move 20W, negative 20W to the left side by adding. Then we have 5W squared plus 20W, that equals 0. W are common factor in both terms. So we take out W, then W times 5 times W plus 20, because W squared is W times W, and W is taken out, so we have 1W. equals 0. By applying the zero product rule, we understand the situation is W is multiplied to another number, 5W plus 20. So we can say that W equals 0 or 5W plus 20 equals 0. Let's solve the equation on the right side. We subtract 20 on both sides. Then we have 5W equals minus 20. And then we divide by 5 on both sides. 20 is 5 times 4, so these two will cancel each other. So W equals minus 4. So either W equals 0 and W equals 4 will make this equation valid. Next problem is V squared plus 4V plus 4 equals 0. There is nothing appears that in front of V squared. In that case, we have to figure out two numbers whose multiplication becomes 4 and whose addition becomes the number in front of V. Again, 4. The only possibility in this case is 2 times 2. When we add them up, we have 4, and when we multiply, we have 4. So we decompose the expression into two pieces. V plus 2 times V plus 2 equals 0. Both are the same. So we can write V plus 2 squared equals 0. That means V plus 2 equals 0. Therefore, V equals minus 2. The next problem is similar pattern. There is no number in front of V squared. So we figure out two numbers whose multiplication becomes 30 and whose addition becomes 11. 5 times 6 will make that possible. So we decompose the algebraic expression into V plus 5 times V plus 6 equals 0. So we have V plus 5 equals 0 or V plus 6 equals 0. And we subtract 5 on both sides, then we get minus 5. If we subtract 6 on both sides, then we have V equals minus 6. So this solution make either first factor or second factor 0. So when we multiply them, that becomes 0. In the next problem, we want to solve 4y squared plus 12y equals minus 9. To solve the problem, we have to factor the quadratic polynomial. So we have to add 9 on both sides so that we can make the right side 0. This time, the number in front of y squared is not 1, is 4. So what we will have to do we will have to think about two number combination, such as 2 times 2 or 1 times 4 is okay to try, and 3 times 3 to make multiplication 9. And then we think about the cross multiplication and then add them up. 2 times 3 equals 6, and 2 times 3 equals 6. When we add them up, we get 12. This number is identical to this number in front of y, so this is the right decomposition. If that doesn't work, then you have to try another number. Another number combination such as 1 times 4 or 1 times 9 and do cross multiplication. But fortunately, we did it correctly. And then you will see the decomposition like this, and we put x plus and x plus here. So the factoring will be 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3 equals 0. So we can say 2x plus 3 squared equals 0. So all we have to do is solving the linear equation 2x plus 3 equals 0. To do that, we subtract 3 on both sides, and then 2x equals minus 3, and then we divide by 2 on both sides, then x equals minus 3 over 2.